Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Today I have for you someone's reading. And I'm reading today for anyone who feels worried. Worried about family issues, about certain contracts, about money, about very 3D stuff here. And Spirit is coming through with this message of stop worrying and dream big. You are being invited to remember that you are a cosmic traveler and to pull your focus off of this narrow point of view on the issue. You are a cosmic traveler. You are a multidimensional being. And the more you narrow down your view, your vision, your perspective on the worries, on the issues, on everything that is going wrong, the more you will see that reflected back to you. So the great message that Spirit wants to bring through here for you is stop worrying and dream big. How good can it get? Remind yourself of your truth. Remind yourself of your true nature. Again, you are a multidimensional being and you are temporary on this planet Earth. And you are not on planet Earth to worry about money, about family issues, or about contracts, opportunities. You are not here to worry about that. You are here to walk your journey. And in this moment, you are really been invited to pull yourself out of this narrow view that you have, which is the focus on what is not working. The reminding yourself of your truth, of your multidimensional nature, will also allow you to see different routes to take. It will also allow you to see this situation from a different perspective. It will allow you, if there are others involved, it will allow you to see others from a different perspective, which is here out of judgment, guilt, blame, shame. What is also highlighted for you is your throat chakra. If there is a situation where you feel you need to speak, you are being invited to speak. But when you speak, make sure that you come from a loving, compassionate, forgiving place. But do honor and respect yourself. Because whatever is here needs to be expressed once and needs to be expressed. If you keep it here, it's causing blockages. And it can literally be that you have pain in your throat, sore throat, or difficulty swallowing, or some kind of issue around this area. Can also go up to the neck. To the glands. So stop worrying, dear beautiful soul. Stop worrying and dream big. How good can it get? Let's see here. The Emperor as your first card. I pulled a few cards before I started to reading to get a feeling into who am I reading for here. The Emperor. which is again this invitation of being on top of your game. And here it's very literal. It's being on top of your game is where you are now with a narrow vision on whatever is not working out, is being in the game. The Emperor here is inviting you to pull yourself out of the game, which is the identification with whatever is not working out. Pull yourself out of there and look at this from a higher perspective, which is again how you get there. Remember what you are. Identify with your truth, your true nature. The moment you identify with your truth, with your essence, with your innocence, with your core, the moment you identify with that true self of yours, you automatically pull yourself out of the identification with any issue. Because from out of that place, from out of your true self, the perspective from there on the issue is there is no issue. It might be challenging, it might be difficult, it might be painful even, it might bring up emotions, but it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for growth, it's an opportunity for forgiveness, it's an opportunity for faith and trust, and it's an opportunity to remember your true worth, your value, which is connected with money issues. So the moment you identify with your truth, with your true self, you automatically pull yourself out of the identification with the issue. And you come into the realization of there is no issue. This is an opportunity, which is the Emperor here. So stop worrying, dream big. The Emperor, it's the Emperor, right? He is ruling an empire. And the Emperor dreams big. And you are also been invited to dream big. It's a very potent time. Whenever you see this reading, it's a very potent time for you to dream big. It always is, but especially now. And especially when you realize that you are worrying about 3D stuff. When you realize that you are worrying about that, it's a moment to be grateful. I see it, I realize it, and when I see it, when I realize it, I have the opportunity to catch myself and to choose something different, to choose to identify with something different. Best case scenario, identify with your truth. And act, think, feel as the Emperor according to this issue. So dream big, dear soul. Dream big. This throat again, if there is fear to speak, stand in your courage and, you see, my voice cracks. Stand in your courage and speak anyway. But make sure that you come from the right place. Speak your truth in honor and respect for yourself, but also without judging others. No guilt, no blame, no shame. Just speak your truth. If it's difficult to do that towards others, then just make sure that whatever is here, whatever wants to be expressed, give it a way to express itself, which can be by sounding, by singing, by screaming. It can also be by writing. It can also be by speaking to yourself, or taking a moment to imagine that other person in front of you and communicating, speaking out what wants to be said there. But this is asking for release. It's asking to be expressed. This is Luna. This is the cat that I'm taking care of. She's beautiful. She's very beautiful. And she comes here to speak. What I also feel within this energy when she arrives, when she started to speak, the Luna, the lunar cycles are also significant within your energy here. In what way? Spring, spring, spring and mycelium. And I said spring, which is, I wanted to say spring, but spring in my language means jumping, which I also feel. Stop worrying, dream big. It's again this jump high, and go as high as you can in what is possible, because everything is possible. How good, how good can this get? The jumping here, this might also be something, some sport or some activity that you do, which it can be running also, but it's this the movement of your physical body, which also moves whatever is blocked here. Going back here to the moon, that wants to bring a message also here with the mycelium and with the spring. This is something new, which is a spring, which is new moon. Something new related to other people is in your energy field here. There is some kind of support from others that wants to be renewed. So this can be new people coming in. This can also be people that are already in your life, where the relationship, the experience of support wants to change in a positive way. And I'm coming back here with these family issues. This might be related to that, but doesn't have to be. But there is something that wants to change in relationship with others, according to feeling supported, the experience of support, the support of one another here, which is also connected with this throat chakra. So it's possible you feel very unsupported by specific people, and you are really been invited here to speak that, to out yourself. And again, this can be in very different ways. Doesn't have to be directly with the person, but it has to be moved and it has to be released. It wants to and it needs to. Summer on the bottom of the deck, which is a very positive energy. We go from spring here to summer, so this is new moon, also related to the moon cycle here. This is new moon to full moon. Which is also, this is a timeless reading, but this is also when I am recording this reading. We just had a new moon yesterday. So whenever you see this reading, the cycle between the new moon and the full moon where you are is significant also according to this. And it's significant in the sense of it's very potent to pull yourself. There is a lot of possibility, availability in there to lift yourself out of a focus on 3D issues. What else is here? The Page of Swords, which is a new way of communicating. It's a new way of thinking. It's also messages that might arrive, but mainly for you here is this new way of communicating, new way of thinking, new way of expressing yourself, also receiving new ideas and new perspectives when you allow yourself to identify with your truth, when you allow yourself to be lifted out of this identification with an issue. It opens up new pathways that you are unable to see when you are identified with the issue. And this Page of Wands also wants to cut out something here. Which brings me back to this new moon to full moon cycle is a very potent time period for you to cut something out, something that is not serving you. And then the Chariot to end your reading. Dear beautiful soul, you are really been invited to stop worrying, to dream big. There is generosity also on the bottom of the deck here for you. When you manage to stop worrying, which is the step to identify with the issue, remember what you truly are, identify with your truth, then you are being offered very different perspectives and a very different experience of whatever this issue is. When you allow yourself to be lifted out of there, when you choose to lift yourself out of there, you are feeling victorious. There is a sense of victory that is taking space, taking the space that was before filled up with worrying about something. This space wants to be replaced with feeling on top of your game and feeling victorious. So, a big, great advice here, message from Spirit. Dear beautiful soul, stop worrying and dream big. Remember that you are a multi-dimensional being and you are temporary on this earth, and your purpose is not to worry about 3D stuff. So allow yourself to see it from the perspective of truth. Allow yourself to feel victorious. Allow yourself to feel on top of your game. Allow yourself to be lifted into the perspective of your true self, where new possibilities are opening up for you, new opportunities are opening up for you, new ways are opening up for you, and generosity also wants to align with you, which can be generosity from others, which can also be you being in a position of being very generous. But it's also being generous towards yourself, as you deserve. Okay, my dear beautiful souls, this is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. And I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one.